And we are live here, Ftboy, FadeAway Sports. As you can see, I got Brian, the main man Johnson, back with us. Tyler McGurk back with us on a Sunday morning, gentlemen, here. Episode 196. Can't believe it. We're already at that number there at 196, Brian Johnson. So we've made it this far. Tyler McGurk, back in the Giants background over there, wishing he was in the World Series right now. How are you doing over there this morning?
I mean, considering the Dodgers are at 2-0, the Giants or the Niners have lost 2 or 3. I'm doing all right. The sports world isn't turning in my favor, but as far as life goes, I'm doing great. Get to talk sports with you two fellas. A lot to talk about as well.
Brian, you obviously live down in the SoCal area. They were after Game 1 of the World Series. They were they were talking about all the events that are going down in LA and like traffic that was. Could you imagine driving in LA at that? That would be insane. Did you see that shot they had? That was crazy.
Well, thankfully, I don't live in Los Angeles. I'm more in Anaheim.
You're in Anaheim.
Yeah. So,
do you feel? Does it make a difference being in Anaheim that the Dodgers are in the World Series? Like in that area, is it too far away, or is there any type of? Is there more Dodgers fans? Are you seeing more people wearing Dodgers hats in that area? Like, what is it? Is it changed at all?
Yeah, I mean a little bit more, but it feels like the majority of the people are still Angels fans, so they're kind of like they're not that into it. Basically,
you're like really close to the Angel Stadium, though, right?
Yeah, I'm like I could probably like walk from my house to the Angel Stadium. That's how close I am.
Yeah, so you're right there in Angels country. You're right there in Angels, as we enemy territory.
Or like the hockey team, the Ducks. You have the flags that say you're in orange country.
Oh, those sharks. I might have sharks for my little secret here. Loser of the week. So we'll say
sharks also.
A brutal start to the season. The first team in NHL history to lose their first 9 games. They said.
It's been one of the more pathetic starts. I think they might get to 20. I mean, that's a chance. They get to 20.
Some of the games aren't even close.
They're getting crushed too. They're not even like close in the games.
And then the NHL draft is kind of like the NBA draft. It's a lottery, right?
Yeah. So they're not even guaranteed to get the first pick now. So, but I think that's probably a big reason they're not doing as good as they are now, though, is because they have that number 1 pick that's not even playing. So, but with that said, when you lose that many in a row, that's still losing that many in a row. Here's what the coach actually said. I thought it was kind of funny. I don't even know I was like, oh, that's what he looks like, Tyler.
a bad hairline and a bad hockey team.
The Sharks are the first team start a season 9 straight losses. Just what do you say to that?
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Truly embarrassing.
Yes, that is what it is.
He's definitely a hockey coach.
I love that. Embarrassing. Truly embarrassing.
I appreciate the honesty.
The next topic. They stink sideways. They do. I was trying to save it for losers of the week, but we kind of got into it a little bit early there. So it's pathetic.
Does this Macklin celebrating guys? I mean, when he's on ice, he produces, but every game he plays, he gets hurt. Like even in preseason, you play the game, he got hurt. Starts regularly, he plays the game, he gets hurt.
He's only 18, Tyler. He's only 18. Isn't his dad a strength and conditioning coach?
I have no idea.
I think his dad. That's the big story. His dad was the strength and conditioning coach for the Warriors, or something like that. He's always been like that.
Bay Area kid.
Yeah. He grew up in the Bay Area where he was like when his dad came over. I think with Steve Kerr in like 17 or 16, something like that. So he's been there. So they've also like Draymond knew him. That was kind of the big deal. They like, yeah, we can't wait to see this kid. So he is from the Bay Area. So it's interesting that it'll be interesting if he can get back on ice there. Yes, Ryan, we will get to next topic here. Do your Niners bounce back? Is the next topic. I asked, is it a bigger game for the Cowboys and Niners? It's probably a bigger game for the Cowboys just because they'll be a 3-5, and you guys are still playing in a bad. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. They're playing in a bad division. I guess the Seahawks could pull away, but it doesn't feel like they will. Sunday night football. We might not be able to get Johnson on talking the gridiron, so I want the thoughts now, Johnson. How are we feeling now? What's the nervous energy? You've been pretty frustrated on X. I've seen. You want your team to show up. I think you said, even if they win today, it's still for you not going to be enough until they beat a big team. So obviously you need them to win today. But how's kind
Yeah,
of your overall feeling?
who have we beaten all year? The 2-5 Jets,
I agree.
the 1-6 Patriots, and the Seattle Seahawks. So basically, we haven't really beat anybody the whole season.
The first
So
place Seattle Seahawks.
don't you think that's a fair assessment to say
I think it
I
is.
want to beat a good team? That's all.
I think it is a fair assessment. So, how do you feel about the game, the Cowboys? Like, are they not a good team anymore? Or do
No,
you
they're
think
not. They don't have running game. I don't have any confidence that Dak's going to be able to string along drives. I mean, I don't know.
so?
It's
Would this be the biggest low in the last 2 years for the Niners if they lost this game? Outside
yeah,
losing, obviously Super Bowl, but like this would be the low point of where they're at, even back in
yeah.
that year.
Because I mean, you'd be 3-5 going into the bye week, and I'm sure the media would be asking, Lynch and Shanahan what the heck is going on, and they have a right to ask that because I
Right,
didn't I didn't ex- I didn't expect for this team to be playing. I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence in the Niners right now.
Grant Cohn would love it, right, Brian? He would slurp that baby up. And they go, he's the guy you're talking about for 2 weeks. He would have a new video every week on the Niners. What went wrong
I
with
mean,
it?
I mean that really shows where the defense is playing right now. Is
It's
that
bad right now.
when Mahomes scrambled and that touchdown, he runs over the safety. I mean, I felt like, man, that's pretty embarrassing to let Mahomes do that to you, and he's flexing in front of him. I mean, I don't know. That was pretty bad.
Tyler put out some violent videos of what they should have done to Patrick Mahomes this week of like guys like crushing quarterbacks in the past. It doesn't matter if you get the penalty, just destroy them, like that one by the sideline. I thought was funny. Tyler, you posted like just crush them, and then if you get a penalty, you get a penalty, but just destroy them.
At least he paid for those yards.
What do you think of the Niners? You come out a little bit more concerned, or is it?
No, I'm definitely concerned about this team, especially with all the injuries. The defense sucks. The defense is god awful. I know Mahomes, they slowed Mahomes down, but they didn't slow the running game down. 180 yards and 30-something carries. It's not good. The defense stinks. The Niners' offense is injured the high hell, like with Christian McCaffrey. Everybody, who's who, Debo gets the most. Brandon Ayuk's out for the year. He was not producing, which was frustrating as well before, but having him out for the year is not going to help. Jennings is banged up. So we're depending on Pearsall, who got shot a month ago or 2 months ago, Cowing, and then Jennings hopefully plays today. And then Kittle, who's been pretty good this year. And then no CMC just kills us. I don't think we're going to beat the Cowboys. And I think it's a bigger game for us because it's another home game. It's a home game. We can't be losing all these home games. You have to win home games in the NFL.
Have you guys heard
this team needs to get healthy quick, and I don't know if it's going to happen. And the defense needs to get better.
Have you heard anything, Tyler?
And the special teams and special ed players, they're even worse than the rest of the team. Like, it is bad right now.
They said the Cowboys have the #1 special teams, and you guys are ranked 31. Good special teams. Are we going to see punting?
The fact we're not 32 is embarrassing to that other team.
I got to double check. Maybe you are 32.
You're right. No, it is 31. It is another team. I can't think of it, though.
It's probably the Raiders. No, I'm just kidding.
It might be the
Brian or Tyler, I was going to say, have you heard
I feel like Lynch was kind of just trying to, I guess, give the fans hope by saying that he thinks Greenlaw, McCaffrey, and Hugh Funga could come back, but I don't know. I feel like I'm the same level as there's a guy on Twitter. His Twitter handle is Jake the Snake. He's like a big Niners fan, and
that's right up your alley.
I'm at the same level with him, where he just says, I don't know if I feel any confidence in what Lynch is saying at this point.
Well, I agree.
But why? Lynch, I'm more unconfident in than Shanahan. Like, in my opinion,
do you think I was going to ask, what's the week? Well, first of all, I was going to say, have you guys, Tyler, have you heard if McCaffrey might be back after the bye?
He's supposed to. Week 10 is what I kind of.
And the weakest part of the D. For me, when I watch you guys now, I think you have no ball hawk safeties. You have no like nobody out there. They're all they all kind of play that hitting style of safety. I feel like, which is good, but I feel like you guys kind of need somebody to make like plays out with the throws, given how many quarterbacks are going to throw now. So I don't know. What do you think is the weakest part of your defense? Is it defensive line?
It's definitely the defensive line. I mean, Bosa's a stud. He's still good.
Is
But
Bosa
outside
still
of that,
playing at a high level for you?
no, yeah, he's still good. I mean, he's not playing at like the defensive player of the year level, but he's still like an all pro, like maybe like second or third. He's not the best end in the league, but he's still really good.
So
The linebackers suck outside of one. We have like one good player at each level, and we were supposed to have a bunch of good players. Hargrave
gonna-
got hurt, like with injuries, and then Greenlaw hasn't come back. Which I don't think he's coming back this year.
who are they going to trade for? They going to make a trade? They got to make a trade,
I don't
right?
know. They shouldn't give up any high picks.
They got to make a trade, Brian. They're going to need.
There's a rumor about them maybe bringing DeForest Buckner back.
That'd be
Yeah, I saw
nice.
that. Or Kendrick Bourne.
That would be a good pick.
I don't know if I want Kendrick Bourne, guys. Like, I feel like he's just another Jennings. That's who you have with Jennings.
I want
I mean,
Jason Bourne. We want Jason
Better
Bourne.
than the guy who got shot 2 months ago and can't get open.
You do
according
need
to
a-
the stats.
Would you rather have a receiver or a defensive lineman?
I mean, I'd rather go get the guy from the Panthers, Dante Johnson, rather than Kendrick Bourne.
You guys need something.
One's a
They-
7th-round pick trade, and one's a
Yeah.
3rd-round pick trade. You want to give up a 3rd-round pick with this roster, like for a Deontay Johnson? I don't know. I'm not
I
buying
heard-
that.
I heard Samuel and Kittle are probably playing today, though. That's good news. Is it the 5:30 start? A little extra rest gives them a little. Gives them a
Shoot up
extra
those
rest.
joints.
All right, so you got them going too. So you have that.
Yeah,
Man,
I thought it was funny how the Raiders signed Desmond Ritter after you ripped a new one into the guy last year.
oh my gosh, yeah. Given we'll sign anybody at this point. I mean, there's a good chance. Yeah, there's a good chance that we'll have. This might be one of these years for the Raiders where they have 5 quarterbacks playing this year. I mean, you never like. There's no how I have no guarantee Minshew's not going to go down with an injury today. Like he's not like a big man. Like he takes a wrong hit. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ritter in the game today. Get a little action. Get the feet. Get that Bearcat, the Cincinnati Bearcat quarterback out there today. So I don't know. It's the Raiders in a rough spot this week. They played the Chiefs. Given the Raiders, like this. Probably their last win of the year, maybe they win this game and then they lose their I don't know, like they're a weird team like that. They'll show up and beat a team that you're not expecting, and they have played the Chiefs hard over the last little time. They played really well against them, obviously on Christmas Day last year. So the Chiefs want to get payback for that. I always do like the Crosby Mahomes battle. I will say that too. So that'll be kind of interesting. But the Raiders they might be the worst. They might be the worst franchise. Like I keep saying that. They might be the worst in them that we've seen in a while. We had them on. Brian, you weren't there last week. Casey, we added the Dolphins to the list last week for talking the gridiron here. Like,
And then it's funny, Tua comes back.
They're still. I don't know. Like, do you feel confident Tua's going to finish the year? I don't know. I don't know.
But I mean, I feel like he makes the team better than what they got at quarterback.
I can't
I'll
believe
say
he's
that.
back, to be honest.
Why? I'm not surprised at all. I don't think people can. Like the players want to play. They don't think about it. They just I don't know. It's in
Steve
their
Young's still smart, I
instinct.
guess. That's what I like. Steve.
He still suffered a lot of concussions. It wasn't like he was one and he was done.
No, Steve Young got like probably 20 in his career.
Yeah, exactly. But he's still fine. Like I don't know.
I don't know how some of these football players like play. Like I have this like stupid calf muscle. Like it kind of like is like bothering me. Like every time I go like 2 miles or something, like run 2 miles or I play I'm doing basketball. I get to like first half. I'm like, I can't even play. Like I can't move, and my leg is like sore, and I'm like frustrated by it. Like I'm just like, what is going on? And like these guys are like just probably getting. I was like, I need a masseuse on Monday. Come on.
So you're like Deshaun Watson.
I know, man. I'm like Deshaun Watson, USA. Up there, you compare me.
Brian.
I don't know if I want to be. I definitely don't want to be off the field, Deshaun. On the field, not any better. My goodness. Maybe are you talking about Texans? No, it's good.
Talking about massages.
Talking about that. I saw Mark Davis came out and said they are not treating Max Crosby, though, so it will not happen. The haircut comes out. I thought that. Did you guys see that video of Tom Brady coming into the building for the first time, and the Raiders opened the doors for him? Well, anyways, like it was like him. They basically Mark Davis opens the door for Tom Brady, and like there's people set up in like the front area, whatever their office building. I don't know what it is, and everybody's there's like 150 people like clapping, welcoming him, and Tom, thank you. Yeah, it's like this makes me sick.
But
This
what-
guy-
What's
Right.
your, what's
Can
your
you do
goal? What's your goal for the Raiders right now? Tank to get a quarterback. That's
Bring
that's
Tom
just-
Brady back. Bring Tom Brady back. That's the goal, right? We need Tom. Come on, save the team. I bet he would. I bet he could get us to 500 at least. Tom could get us to 500. Can Tom get this team to the playoffs? Like, is he that good?
No,
Would he be that
no.
with Trey Tucker as his best receiver right now? Could he get that? Can he get
Well,
it done?
Brock. You got Brock.
Oh yeah, Brock Bowers. Shout out Grandma's Papa Pizza. We get that over there.
Papa Pizza's good. Like,
There every week.
She's there. She was there again. Still my favorite part of the year so far. Is like I didn't know that was her. They had it was the game versus Denver, and they didn't have it on the screen yet. And she was there with like her other Niners friends that are older too. It's like and Xavier. That I was like, 51-yard touchdown to Bowers or something. And she turns around. That's my grandson. Like I was like, all right. I was like, the first time I was like, sure thing, lady. But you guys told me he's from Napa, so that helped.
Dude, Brian brings up a question about tanking for a quarterback before you show this video.
Well, I was going to play
is
this
there-
background. This just sums up the Raiders, like this running play. I'm like, this is just pathetic effort. But yes. Oh, yep. We got him. Nope. Yep. Najee Harris. Yeah, we'll give you 100 yards right there. But
Is there a quarterback you'd prefer in the draft?
I'm not Sador. I'll take him at this point, like because we need some like. He'd probably be the guy to go with. I think he could take on the Raiders kind of culture that comes along with like a lot of media and like just kind of like I think he could take that on with the way his dad is too, and I think he'd be ready for like kind of the Raiders. There'd be a lot of pressure on him, and I think he could handle that at least because he's had pressure just a little bit, coming to Colorado. So, but there is a part of me that I'm not so sold on too in some areas. So I don't know. Who would you take if you were the Raiders?
I don't know. Probably Sanders. Probably Sanders at this point, or Ewers. But Ewers kind of left a lot to be desired against Georgia. So it'd probably be Sanders.
You know what you look like, Tyler, a guy that when he wants to speak confidentially, he puts the black over his face, like and he's doing a confidential interview, and he's like he doesn't want you to see what his face looks like,
like when they had those gang lands. I need a distorted voice, Brian. I need the distorted voice.
I like that one where they have where I think it's like a Dave Chappelle skit or something like that where the guy moves out of the screen and it's like the thing stays still, but dang it, he's like out there. That's funny. So the Raiders, they look pretty bad there with it. So we'll see. Not very many good games today. I feel like there's not. I don't think there's a couple, but it's kind of a week. To be kind of a bad schedule this week. I guess Eagles, Bengals, Bills, Seahawks. Is that enough for you?
It's a bad schedule.
It's
the Niners, Cowboys is a nice little nightcap. I know they're both not that playing well, but it's still Niners, Cowboys.
Well, it's still Steelers, Giants. I guess I don't know. It's on Monday night.
That's a bigger fault. Don't compare the Giants to either the Cowboys.
The Cowboys have been pretty bad.
I think this is Darren's perfect time to transition from the Raiders to the Warriors. I think this is when they have a bad season. The Raiders,
Bears, Commanders is pretty good.
Full-on Warriors for Darren.
I want to continue to rip the Niners a little bit more. I think that that's kind of what I wanted to do. I was just saying that. Anyways, I don't know. Brian, is there a game you like? You're the one that shoots. Is there one that really you want to see?
Yeah, Atlanta, Tampa will be a good game. Both teams are 4-3, so.
Bijan.
Nobody cares about the NFC South. The Bears, I think. Bears Commanders is good. Has some riveting stuff with the quarterback.
Is Daniels actually playing?
Have a good record. He's questionable.
Mariota. He always when he came in, we talked about it last night. It's like. Or on Talk of the Gridiron when he came in, I was like, he's like the one guy where I'm like, how is he still playing? And then he goes like 20 for 24, but I don't see him sustaining it at all.
No.
On Brian's transition note there, we'll go to the Warriors. Do you think you're loving them? You're loving the start.
I like them a lot.
I'm still Let me see what they can do when they start playing a few better teams here. What's your thought with it?
I mean, it's definitely played two bad teams if you want to, but just the way they've played, the way they've handled their business, they're playing defense at an elite level for the first time in years since they won the championship in 22. Wiggins seems rejuvenated. He's rebounding the ball like it's the playoffs. 13 rebounds, like we didn't see that at all. Draymond doing Draymond things, but he won technical in 2 games. Like he's on pace for 41, and I'll take it if he doesn't punch a player in the face. So like that's some good news.
Choke a flip.
Steph hasn't had to like overexert himself in the 2 games. They have 12 guys who could be in NBA rotation. Obviously, a couple of them would be like 8th men, but at least in a rotation. Like they haven't had this much depth. Steve Kerr's has all these ingredients to play with. I think they're gonna be good. I still need to see him do it against a good team. These first 2 games have been very impressed.
I just don't. I question like because Hield's off to a good start. I kind of just
unreal.
I just wonder if that's a facade. Is that the word I'm looking for? As maybe the overlay as we kind of get to a longer part of the season. I'm not so sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is his time where he's playing with Curry. He's got some more freedom there. They run more plays for him off the stuff like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, like the Buddy Hield point, the offense is just fit for his style of play. Like Philadelphia being a spot up shooter with Joel Embiid getting every touch, that doesn't fit him. Like not moving, just standing in one spot. Steve Kerr's ball movement offense. You have guys who are going to create gravity and Steph and get him open shots, and he moves better than like I don't want to compare him to Clay, but it's just a natural thing to do. He moves better than Clay. Maybe he's not the best, like as good as Clay was in prime Clay, because he's not. But I think he was better than Clay. What was Clay giving him last year, especially on the defensive end, which I did not expect that from Buddy Hield. It has been only 2 games. It could be just a facade, but
I wonder if Clay just not being there is helping the locker. Like what I mean,
sure.
from a TMZ standpoint. Like is he, it's like the drama of him not being there, like kind of helping the team. In a weird way, right? Like not having him. I don't know. It kind of does feel like there's a little bit more freedom there. Draymond. I don't know. Maybe that was part of it. It's not good.
Yeah,
when you have
randomly, I saw Clay driving and seeing Clemente last year. I don't know. Maybe that's where his father lives or something. But
did he look frustrated when you saw him? Did he look frustrated?
I was going on the freeway. he was exiting the freeway. So
how the hell can you see someone getting on the freeway, exiting the freeway?
Also,
you have the best eyes I've ever heard of, Brian.
Also, was Rocco with him? That's what I want to know as well. Did you see Rocco outside? Was he? Did he have the time?
He was the only one in his car.
No lady in the car, or she was hiding.
He was on his way. It was on his way to that. Had a house call. No boat call for this one. So yeah, Warriors off to a little bit of a start there.
You want my NBA fact of the week?
Let's get it, Brad. What do you got?
The Lakers coach JJ Redick. I guess when he goes through a car wash, he looks at game film. So I guess he wants to be really prepared for the game. It's like it's helped so far. The Lakers are 3-0. So
the car wash Lakers. I did hear this rumor as well. It's ridiculous.
How many times did you go through a car wash to get the reputation of looking at game film in a car wash?
Have you seen that hair? He went to Duke. He probably does it every 4 hours. I put LeBron doesn't look like he's slowing down. I always said he's kind of like Tom Brady of the NFL a little bit, right? He's kind of like it feels like he's just not
the same player, but
he stays healthy and he still can have games like this. And I don't know. I don't know if you saw last night, but he scored 16 straight for the Lakers there for a point.
Oh, you're talking about LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron. I still think he's still off to a good start. He kind of reminds me of Tom in that regard. I don't know. Do you think the Lakers do you think the Warriors should be favored over the Lakers?
I think they're about right now. I would make it a pick 'em.
Man, you have way more confidence in them than I do. It's crazy.
You not believe in Steph? Like Steph is better than AD and LeBron, in my opinion. Like at this level point,
I just got to see the better against the better bigs. Like, are we going to be able to stay out of? I just think Davis and LeBron will kill us.
Tyler's glass is overflowing with confidence with the Warriors.
Overflowing.
It's either half full or full, and the water's going over the
Better.
it's
I mean,
overflowing.
the Lakers aren't good outside those two players. Like Reeves is okay, but the rest of the roster
Oh,
stinks.
look who it is.
What are we talking about?
Look
Like the
who it is.
Lakers are
Look
way
who
better
decides
at
to show
90%
up.
of the roster.
Casey shows up right on time.
That was 8:00 start. That's my fault.
Only said 7:30. What's up, gentlemen? How are we doing today? Casey, how are you doing? We were talking a little Warriors there at the wrap. Brian just gave us his NBA fact of the week about Car Wash JJ. That Tyler believes in the Warriors. I still believe them as maybe a 9 or 10 seed. I need to see them this for a longer period of time than just 2 games. And I need it's a long. I don't trust their bigs over the depth of the season to get the job done. So that's where
they won a championship with Zaza and Looney. They've never had.
Yeah, but they had. I always said that was a reflection of having the best matchups you could have in a playoff year when they didn't have. If they didn't
but
have
even when they were good, they didn't have big. Like
they had like they had serviceable bigs.
Zaza. I'd rather have TJD than Zaza.
All right, fine. KD kind of made up for some of that, but you know what I mean. I just don't see them being able to like stay out of foul trouble and rebound consistently against those ones. And we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Wiggins is rejuvenated and he's going to stay play at a high level the whole year. If he does that, then maybe my mind that would really change my mind. If he got to
any more family issues,
I think Tyler's right. I got to hear the tail end of what he was saying, and I don't know. Like I told you, I think last week I said they're going to win about 50 games. So put them in maybe a 5 seed, 4 seed maybe.
That's what I was saying.
I got him at 5. I think I said, Brian, when we did the little short preview. I think I had him at 45 with it. Casey, I thought
it was the funniest thing ever. Like Tyler did a stat of different Warriors players, and Darren comes along, Mr. Negative, and says they're okay.
They're okay. I don't see them as a great team yet. And so I feel like I want to see this play out. Like their depth is okay, but Tyler said there's 3 of those guys are
You haven't been impressed by the way they played these first 2 games.
I did not watch the Utah game, to be fair. So that one I did not see. I did watch the Portland game. Yeah, I saw Scoot Henderson a little bit. Scoot looks a little rough out there. Scoot,
Buddy Hield was on fire against Utah. That looked like
both games.
Yeah, but
Buddy
he looks rejuvenated. I don't know. I haven't really. I've watched him play, obviously, but it's different when you watch,
Oklahoma buddy, Casey. We're getting Oklahoma buddy. We get that's what we want. Hey, since you did join a little late, who's your pick? You got the Niners or Cowboys?
Niners or Cowboys? I think Niners.
All right.
You've been right so far, Casey. I gotta give you on that one. But then I could point the finger right back at you and say the Raiders aren't going to win 11 games. So.
Minshew still has a chance.
Yeah, it's been a rough quarterback. I did not think it'd be this bad, Brian. To be honest,
can the Raiders win out to get to 11 wins? Can they win out? I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna happen that way.
No, I don't know. It's just tough, man. It's you can't lead the league in missed tackles and turnovers. It's just not.
Do you think the Raiders beat the Chiefs though tonight? Today? Is there a chance?
Oh, they'll win this one probably.
They'll beat Patty Mahomes. We need to do what Tyler suggested. Just crush them every time. Let Max Crosby hit them every time. Hit them right in the face.
If you have a money fantasy league, start Kareem Hunt.
Gosh, that guy came out of nowhere. It just started.
On my fantasy team, I'm 2-0 since I've started him. I was 0-5 before.
But do you still have all the original members of that fantasy league, or you got a few that have come?
No, we have all the original members, all 12 of us.
That's impressive. Fred, did you guys see Freddie Freeman, the Grand Slam there? We were kind of talking about it. Yeah, that was it. And then Ohtani gets hurt yesterday. We'll see what happens with the shoulder. I don't know. We'll see.
What is his shoulder? His wrist? Because when he slid, he's grabbing his wrist.
They said his shoulder. That kind of.
I watched.
That's what they reported.
I watched that pretty much. It was one of the first baseball games I've ever watched, 1 through 9 innings, and went over to
maybe this postseason
in a long time for a team that's not not involved with my team that I like.
Okay,
but it's also easy when you have You know,
You didn't watch
big-
Texas Rangers versus Diamondbacks last year?
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, they said it was his shoulder kind of popped out for a second. I guess that's what it was.
There's a picture on Twitter of Mr. Miyagi, like above him, saying it's going to be okay.
That's good. Yeah. That's where's Peter Griffin with that race card thing? I thought it was the greatest. Do you think so? Mine just quick thoughts of it. I did baseball. I did a reaction show last night too, but I mean, Judge, we're starting to get to some really bad struggle territory right now. Like you're starting to become like, I mean, he had that opportunity. I think it was the top of the ninth with the bases loaded, 2 outs. He doesn't deliver. And then you're going to have there's always one guy I always say that steals the World Series show. And it's Freeman's obviously good start, but that Tommy Edman guy is, he's like one of those guys, like the Scooter of the World Series that might like steal the MVP away from the big names just because he's like on fire right now and making all these plays. So we'll see. He goes to New York now.
Aubrey Huff, who saw that coming with the Giants back in the day?
Are the Giants even allowed to mention that name anymore? I feel like it's funny that he used to be on KBR, but now because of his stances, he's gone. He's got no chance. Did you guys
you don't remember that red thong? You were excited about it? You didn't believe in the red thong?
I was not a Red Dog believer. We did not like that. Was that 2010? That was probably 2010. Did you guys see? Did you guys like the LeBron thing? Kind of.
Nobody liked that.
Put together. No.
Please, Casey can't even like that. I hope.
I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was kind of cheesy, corny.
So if I invite you to when I come and play with Derek this year at WCA for one more,
do I get to check in? Can I check in with Derek?
Yeah, exactly. Introduce him as my son. Nobody liked it. There's a lot of people that took a lot of heat for not liking it. Say there was.
Now he's back and forth. As soon as he started, or not started, but came in the next game, they're like, well, he's going to go back and forth between the G League. It's like, well, so you kind of just made the point of that he's just here to get on the floor with his dad.
Would any team have drafted him if the Lakers didn't have LeBron? And
the Warriors.
The Warriors would have taken.
The Warriors liked him supposedly.
I don't know. They would have took him with the last pick in the draft. What they have is what they had. They would have took him over the Boston College big that they had.
No.
I don't know. So
they had the pick before the Lakers, so they could have took Bron.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is like I just don't think it would. So that was the story. KD gets 9th all time there as well. I don't know any other thing you caught your guys' attention before we get to winners and losers this week.
I just wanted to do something for Halloween and ask what your favorite Hollywood movie franchise is.
Halloween.
Hollywood or Halloween?
Halloween.
Halloween.
That's a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister.
I know. I almost said it too. Let's see. My kids won't even watch the kind of cheesy one with the witches from the Disney with the old. What's that one called?
Oh, come on, we're not talking about that.
I know, but my kids won't even watch that. So, Brian, come on, that's scary for these kids. So we gotta go. I kind of like.
I'm talking more like Freddy Krueger or Jason or something like that. Not that hocus pocus garbage.
That's a very scary movie for a 10-year-old that you got to get. I'm gonna say I like Scream.
Scream's good.
I would have said Scream too. I'll go Jason probably.
I like the
over Freddy Krueger and
the Halloween movies.
Which one do you like, Brian?
The one
Jamie Lee Curtis underrated in my opinion, but I still know what you did last summer movies.
Those ones are. I can agree. I am a fan of those movies as well.
The first one is very good.
Who's the lead actor in that one? The lead Freddie Prinze.
And Ryan Felipe
and Jennifer Love Hewitt's in it too.
I always liked
Sorry.
I was gonna say she was one of my favorites, but you took it to the
people
different
were
level.
Thinking it, they just weren't gonna say it like Tyler.
That's what I was gonna say. I was one of my favorites, but Tyler only Tyler can put it so classy.
Did you know the first Scream movie was filmed in Petaluma?
I thought it was
I
supposed
thought
to
it
be
was
Santa Rosa.
Healdsburg.
I thought it was supposed to be Santa Rosa High School, but then they said no.
That was at I think they used Petaluma High School, but then like the scene where they're sitting around that little like thing is in Healdsburg on the green or on the.
Yeah, because I believe at the end of the movie it says no thanks to Santa Rosa or something.
High school, yeah.
Yeah, for help.
I remember we watched that the first time I saw that movie. I probably was like 12. I remember 12 or 13, and somebody was on my indoor soccer team had like a sleepover, and they rented out the whole thing at that whatever that place was called. I forget, City something.
Sports City.
Sports City. And that's where they played that movie. That was the first time I saw. I'm like, I'm in an open warehouse, man, and you just be playing Scream. So yeah, that was
bag over his head.
That one, but it's a good. That's probably one I'll watch. The other ones are a little. I don't know. Like the Halloween ones, I'm not a big fan of those ones as much. The first one I like, but
that was Johnny Depp's first role as an actor. He played. He was in the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
I know what you did.
Okay, yeah, with Freddy. Yeah. So what kind of candy would go with your movie then, Brian? If you're going Halloween candy.
I'm definitely a Reese's Pieces guy.
Reese's Pieces. Nothing but pieces, huh?
All right, yeah, we like it. That's very. He knows exactly what he likes. Yeah,
Candy West.
Probably, I don't know, dots probably.
Dots.
And a couple, some dots.
You're gonna be chewing those for the whole movie.
That's why it keeps him slim.
Keeps you busy.
Keeps him slim. I go. Let's see. I usually go red licorice. That's usually though. If I go candy, it's usually
That's
sour.
probably my real answer.
Sour.
I'll go Butterfinger Snickers, something like that.
Brian, when did you stop going trick or treat? What trick or treating? Do you remember what age?
Last year.
Oh.
No, it was probably at some point. I think it was my last year junior high or something. I don't think I went trick or treating when I was in high school.
Do you remember what you dressed up as?
A teenager.
I thought the craziest one
was
like pouring down rain or something in Santa Rosa, and we were running from house to house, and we just got drenched.
That's called effort. It's called love for trick or treat.
Love of the candy.
And love of the desire, the desire, the passion. That's why you can rip on these.
One year I played. Remember Elaine's boyfriend when he the devil costume.
Who's Wade? I don't know who Wade.
Elaine.
No, Elaine's
Wade
boyfriend on Seinfeld. Remember he dressed up in the devil costume.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, the New Jersey. Yeah. I do remember that. Tyler hates Seinfeld, so he'll never know what you're talking about. With you, Tyler's an odd human being like that. He doesn't get it. So we have to. We still love him, but that's one thing we have to get.
Stupid. Just stupid.
That's one thing he does. We
There's
disagree
some funny
on.
parts. It's stupid stuff. There's no premise to it.
Keep that out of your mouth. Is it kind of like how I like Joe Dirt? There's no premise to it, but I like the movie. No premise to it, but it's the movie I like. David Spade's like low key one of my favorite comedians. Though. Like I just like some of his random stuff he does and thoughts, like the way he delivers it too cracks me up with it.
Emperor's New Groove.
Always a classic as well. Always a classic there. All right, so
you guys and your cartoons.
Come on, Brian. Have a little respect for Saturday mornings. Have a little respect for those.
Funny.
Saturday nights. You had to do those. Brian or Tyler, this one. Do you remember this one? I'm sure very well from your Bay Area notes. We got to give you a little Bay Area World Series. Pablo going deep three times. Is Pablo one of the greatest big athletes? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is he? Yeah, he was like he's a girthy fella. Is he one of the? Like for a hitter, like I feel like he was pretty nimble, right? Was a catcher, did third base.
I got to put Big Poppy up there. We're talking about.
I don't know if Big Poppy played defense though. He's just a DH guy. You know what I mean? Like
he played first.
Kirby Puckett's up there.
Yeah, Kirby would be up there for
Tony
sure.
Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn.
Prince Fielder's got to be.
Tony
up
was Tony.
Prince Fielder was better than Pablo.
Yeah.
You think so? Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, yeah. As an individual player, yeah.
He was more clutch. So yeah, here's your. I'm sure this brings back good memories for you, Tyler. On the way there.
Great. Verlander.
Who was it? But who did they have starting? They had like Verlander, and you had Zito, right? Yeah, and you guys stole that.
Them.
That's when
Unreal
Zito.
2012.
Darn, Zito was at his best at that point, right there. He was good for the A's too, so I can't get mad on them. One of the times the A's lost, it was like 1-0. That one's still pissing me off.
Against Johan, or did he beat Johan?
Yeah, this was a Yankees one. This was like game 4, I think. That he ended up not winning in 2002, I think it was, or 2001. Yeah, so yeah, I had to get that up there for you as well, gentlemen. Halloween this week. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything. Is Bentley still? How old's Bentley? That's a good question.
He's in 6th grade.
He's he going trick or treating?
Yeah, he'll still go trick or treating.
All right, so he's
got 2 more good years left in him.
I tried to get him not to go this year, but the force of hanging out with friends was too strong.
Derek's going as a blow up Garfield.
Speaking of Scream, Bentley's going as the Scream killer guy.
Is he? That would concern me. That as a parent, no, I was kidding. He's going as Donald Trump. That'd be
pretty good.
Yeah, we got that. By the time we do this podcast next week, all hell will be breaking loose in the United States of America. So we'll be interesting if we're all still surviving there with it. But we got football here to look forward to. Just real quick, Brian, did Miami beat Florida State yesterday?
I would know. I didn't watch the game.
I thought you liked No, you're not. That's right.
They won.
They won that one. Yeah. Case, I saw Cal actually won a game, so we got
they made a field.
Oregon State.
They made a field goal with it. All right, well, Brian, enjoy your Cowboys Niners tonight. Maybe I'll send you the link if you want to pop in for a few minutes or something like that. See if you want to talk a little bit of the other games. If you see something you like, I'll send that to you too, Case and Tyler.
Maybe we're losing. I'll come on, rip the shit out of that team.
We wouldn't mind seeing that. Casey, if you want to join again this week too, that'd be good to have you on. Tyler, same as you always. You're invited there with it. Good luck in your game today or scrimmage, whatever you got going
Bentley's game. I'm not doing anything. I'm just here
just not doing anything. I'm just here to be with it. So fair enough. All right, so 196, 3 more, gentlemen. We're at 200. So we're almost at 200. Probably hit that in November, early December here with it. So we'll see you guys next week. For Casey Breyer.
No winners and losers for the week.
Oh, yeah. Did we not do winners and losers? I guess we did. All right, let's do it. Good call. Good saving grace.
I would say my loser of the week is Devontae Adams. He thought he was going to go to a better franchise, and they have a worse record than the Raiders right now.
How about your winner of the week?
My winner of the week has got to be just any Halloween. It's like one of the best times of the year. I love horror movies, though. Halloween is my winner of the week.
Pathetic crowd. I was at the Cal game. Very disappointed. Loser of the week for Ryan there. I was at Stanford last week, Brian. It was just as bad. We should do a contest. Cal versus Stanford in the ACC. At least there was a crowd, it looked like, for the Cal game there against Oregon State. But I don't know. I'd be interested. That Miami one didn't look too bad. But when you lose a game like that, it's all sucked out of the energy with it. Brian, Devontae Adams, I like that for loser of the week. It's not going to be a pleasant ride for him.
And if you rip on Aaron Judge, he'll block you on Twitter right now.
Did you do that? Are you?
No. They just on Instagram they stated that they showed something that he's blocking everybody that has if you have to rip on him or something.
Does he have more blocks or strikeouts so far?
Oh,
He went there.
Definitely more blocks. Definitely, or more. I think he's trying to set a new record with that as well. All right, Brian, that's good losers and winners of the week, and a good save, and reminding me it was there with it. Tyler, what do you got for loser winner of the week?
My loser of the week is baseball's view on starting pitching. The guy's going 6.1 innings, 1 hit ball, retired their last 11 outs. You got to come out of the game. I don't know, just loser mentality. It sucks for fans. It sucks for the history books. Like starting pitchers just aren't as relevant as they used to be.
What do you
Yeah.
got for loser of
And-
the, winner of the week?
last time I'll ever do this. Winner of the week, Freddie Freeman, a Dodger. No Dodger has ever made this list on winner of the week, but just a class human being, gone through a lot in the last year with his their kid, and to be able to hit a walk-off grand slam in game one, that's pretty cool. Go Yankees. And that hurts me to say.
You're almost like tearing up both ways. It's painful to say it, and then it's painful to root for. That's the way it is with it. Well, at least Ohtani got hurt. No, just kidding. At least just kidding. Casey, what do you got for winner and loser?
I got winner, and Tyler, you could probably help me out the name, the guy that knocked out Max Holloway. Yes,
Ilya Tapora.
yeah,
Or
man.
Topuria, or I don't know.
Holy crap, man!
Ilya.
That guy, man, he's good, like
He's
really good. So I don't know if you guys saw any of the UFC, but that was a hell of a knockout. First time he's ever been knocked out in his career, so that was pretty cool. And then loser of the week, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I'm gonna say, man, just the turmoil with Jerry Jones, and I don't even know why they're still relevant for a 3-3 team. It's just like all the talk, you'd think they're 6-0 and letting the world on fire, but just Dallas Cowboys. I'm just so sick of the Cowboys.
And they get talked about still it's just like every radio. I mean, who's the guy for ESPN that I kind of find a little annoying, but he's been there for years. He was on the Mike and Mike Greenberg, I think it is, right? I mean, my gosh, you talk about a guy realizing that if he doesn't talk Cowboys every 4 minutes, he's going to get fired. Like, if you have a show with him, like he's getting like their Cowboys are coming up at any point on that show. Obviously, I don't get to watch it very much because I'm gone by that time. But when I do, it's just like Cowboys for 4. Then if I listen to it on the radio coming into work or something like that, on Cowboys in this, I'm like, oh my gosh, man! Like nobody cares about the Cowboys as much as. But obviously, they draw all the ratings, right? I don't know. It's crazy their franchise and the pool they have. It's insane.
Well, if you just, I don't know.
It's insane to me.
I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I don't.
I'm gonna say it's a weird winner of the week. I know what the emails. They were terrible. I agree. There's some things there with it. You should have said a while ago, but it's good to see Mr. John Gruden back in the NFL circle a little bit on the TV side of things. Like he always should. He was always good on Monday Night Football. And like I always like those. He's there. Who's doing Monday night right now? It's Buck and Aikman, right?
Yeah, Buck and Aikman.
Gruden's better than Aikman. Aikman's not that great. I don't know. I know a lot of people love Aikman, but is that a terrible statement? I think Gruden would be more entertaining than Mr. Troy on the side there. But I always liked
and his practice film that when he was a coach. That shit's great. We should get you guys a cheat sheet.
Why banana?
I love the one where he just rips on Phil Sims. That's still one of my favorite ones. Like
I think that was Phil Sims when he was breathing really hard. He couldn't say the play right. He's like, "Come on, man."
Take some breathing classes, dude. He's got that kind of on the note though. Also, I keep liking these matchups though between like it's kind of fun to see like Cal played NC State a little while ago, or like they're 0-4 in the ACC, but I still like the fact that we have these teams that we can see a little bit. So I'm gonna still say that for winner of the week. I don't have a loser with it, but Brian, I wanted to bring this up because you were doing it. This is still one of my favorite videos with John.
Glenn on. Love you, man. We needed a quarterback on the team who had a lot of neck. We got a good guy for that, man. John Gruden, University of Dayton. I do this shit for free. You know why? Because I fucking love football. Knock on wood if you're with me. I watched something the other night that impressed me tremendously. A guy by the name of Hunter Renfrow. It's pretty spectacular, man.
Oh man, that's so good. Like the way he does that look and everything. Like that's one of my. We needed a guy with a lot of neck, but yeah. I've seen him in person once when he was at Luther Burbank. He's pretty good. But that was like 10 years ago when his John Madden and Barkley were kind of like on fire at that point. So And the fact that I even like his Bill Belichick at times. That's always I always like his Bill. Like that's a good one for me too. So he's one of the best I've ever seen it. So that his Gruden is, oh my gosh, they're so good. So all right, good show today, guys. Enjoy the Sunday of football. Brian, bounce back tonight. See if they can get the dub. If not, I expect a little ripping tonight on Talk of the Gridiron. If they're down 21-0 at halftime or something like that, I need a motivational speech.
Let's hope it's not that bad. Then
right, you should prepare an after-game speech for the 49ers if they lose. What you would say if you were in the locker room?
Get your butt.
Get a big bowl of candy, Brian. Soothe you. Sit down, relax, take it easy.
Take it easy. That's what the Raiders make.
Except I don't even eat candy. So
a little Pepto.
There you go.
What's your favorite?
What's your favorite? Are you still? Yeah, he was. Rice cakes were always a fan favorite for those two. All right, have a good one, guys. Have a good Sunday with it. Casey, thanks for jumping in late with it. Brian, good seeing you as always, man. Have a good upcoming week with it. Tyler, back at you. Thanks you could join. Good luck today in the baseball game, and we'll see you guys next week, hopefully for episode 197. Peace.